Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We're going to do a DIY today. I am going to make new dividers for my planner. Now, I absolutely am in love with these tab dividers that I made. I love them so much, but they are quite thick. Yeah, they're just quite thick. So I want to make something that is thinner. So these images I purchased from, I should have had this prepared before I started filming. Let me take a look here. I got them on Etsy. They're printables. And these are from Polka Art Studio. And it's, what were they called? Pink Roses. So you can look up Polka Art Studio journal pages or pink roses. And then this also came, it's like a bundle. It came with tags and all that kind of stuff. I didn't print any of that out yet. I just printed these beautiful images, and I printed them on on vellum, but they're not super transparent. You can see my fingers through it, but they're not, it's like a thicker vellum, for lack of better words. So you can still see the image through. It's like tracing paper almost, but they call it vellum. I got these at a local art store where I live here. Yeah, so I printed them on these because I didn't want it to be too transparent, but look at these images. Aren't they just gorgeous? So we have that one and this one. They're just so pretty. So there was many more, but I just printed these ones out for my 6 tab dividers. And then I printed these out too. These are from a different shop called Back to the Source. And these are the Magnolia pattern. It's all like junk journaling, vintage, shabby chic type of images. And I printed this on the same vellum. So I have this one and this one. And what I'm thinking of doing with these is making something to hold sticky notes. Like I have this. This was my very first one, so it's very imperfect, and I don't like how it's not the full page, like the pattern. So yeah, I'm thinking of making one like that, but it'll be very thin. I'll be laminating it, of course. And then when you open it, you still will see the pattern. It'll just be very subtle. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with one of these. I just haven't 100% decided which one yet, but aren't they just absolutely stunning? Oh, I love them. And then I was thinking of, with one of these, could I make an envelope? Because I love these so much and they're very functional for me, but they add quite a bit of bulk. So yeah, that's my intention. That's my goal, is to make these so that they are not so bulky. If I make this out of vellum, I don't know that I would have a top pocket though. I do like that, so I can take compass cards with me for when I go to the cottage and I do my planning from the cottage. Then I've got my compass cards with me. So not 100% sure on that yet, but for now I'm going to start with my tab dividers. Okay, now let me show you what I'm thinking of for tabs. This here I made, and it is from an Etsy shop. I completely forget what Etsy shop it is. Let me check. I can't find it. I will try and find it and link it below for you. But it's like a tags, cards, and ephemera holder. It's actually really easy. I printed it on cardstock so that it had more. Oh, look at that. I think it's in here. My Porch Prints. That's what it's called. My Porch Prints. I think this was supposed to be glued down. I don't think I glued that back part down. So that worked out. So I could show that to you guys. But yeah, I will have to glue that down. But it's so pretty. I love it. And they're just individual little pockets to put stuff in. So, okay. I have these tabs that I printed from, I believe these are pink Monarch prints. I'm pretty sure shabby chic tags for junk journaling. Aren't they so pretty? So cute. So I have, they came small, but then I forget the percentage, but I blew it up so I could have big chunky tags. And I found that the color faded because I printed them bigger, but they're still pretty. So this is what they look like. So I was like debating, do I do big chunky tabs? Because I absolutely love my big chunky tabs right now. I just, oh, I can't get enough looking at them. They're so pretty. Or do I do smaller tabs? I asked my husband. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I consult him a lot for things because he's got that, like, he's not indecisive. He just knows. It's like, yep, nope. And so I was talking to him about my dilemma today, and he goes, this is a compact binder. It's a small binder. And he says, although this looks cute, it would make more sense to have these smaller tabs. And then I could have 6 tabs all in a row. So they're not unaligned, for lack of better words, to have these ones. And they look nice with the floral patterns, right? So I think I'm gonna do small. I do have my chunky tabs. I can always use them later. If I did do the chunky, I could only do 4. 1, 2. No, I could, I might be able to do 4 if I overlap them. And then I would have, because I have 6 dividers, right? 6 sections. So then I would have to have 2 that are somewhere else. And I have these ones here too. But, because with these ones here, I would need to glue one on the back because they're not a complete, they came like this. So then that's 1. And then, do I have another big one? I might not even. I might have to, like, see, and then I would have to print some more out. So, so that's okay. Let's put these ones back. Put the big chunky ones back. And then I was thinking, I've got all of these beautiful ones. These are also from Pink Monarch Prints. And I just absolutely love them. But they don't really go with these florals. So I will save those for another project. All right. Let us see what we can do here. So then what I will have to do is get one to trace. This is the true personal wide size, so I think I'm going to use that. It's just a touch more narrow than this. I cut this myself because it came in the B6 size from Jane's Agenda, this French script. Isn't it just stunning? I do have a code for Jane's Agenda if it's your first time ordering with them that you get 15% off. That will be down below. They don't offer the B6 size anymore. She does do personal and she does do half letter, unpunched. So you could always do half letter and then trim it down to fit your planner and then just punch it yourself. Okay. Yeah, so it's like perfect. It's just a little bit taller. So that is no problem. We will just trim that. So what I've learned, because the laminating sheets, when you cut them, they're going to be wider. So instead of, because this is laminated, right? So instead of having my line right on the edge, I have to account for the fact that I'm going to have overhang from my laminating sheets. So I'm going in a little bit. All right, so if I'm going to cut it here. So yeah, I'll probably just cut it right on the line here because, like I said, when I laminate it, yeah, that makes sense. I'll have a teeny tiny bit of overhang. I don't think I like how that looks on the top. You know what I could do? I could probably, oh no, I was gonna say I could probably tape that on, but I can't because of the pattern. Unless it goes there. It just looks a little bit unfinished because I kept like the burnt edge on the sides and the bottom, but then it just chops it right off. So that's the only downside to these sizes, is that. But you know what? I think I am going to glue that on. I might have to use my scissors. I like it better. Yeah, it's better. It's a little bit too tall, so I might trim off a little bit on the bottom here. And I decided to round out all 4 corners instead of just the 2 on the hole punch side. And then when that's laminated, I don't think that that's going to be that noticeable. Okay, I'm okay with that. And then this one's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to need that as well. It just gives it a more finished look. I'm okay with that. I just use double-sided tape. This I just got at a local fabric store. And that will do the job because I'll be laminating it. All right, that's 2. So the reason I'm doing one at a time instead of cutting them all and then putting my kind of burnt edge on is so that I don't forget which one is for which image. Because knowing me, I would do that. Yeah. Now I'm using double-sided tape and I don't have anything that is as narrow as what these strips are, so you can see there is overhang. So, oops, I put it on the wrong side. Has to go on the front. So what I was finding is that while I was, like after I was done and I would peel the page up, this would stay on the table because the tape is also on the table. So you'll just have to watch that. And I'm not putting tape on the entire thing because when I laminate it, it's going to be very secure. I don't need to worry about that. This is just so that it's in place for when I do laminate. So all I really need is just a little bit of the edge. I guess I can put that down so it doesn't move. Just enough of the edge so that it looks somewhat finished. And then, so then when I peel it up, make sure that you don't just go like this because this will stay on the table. So you want to grab both pieces and carefully lift up so that you don't lose it. And then because it's not completely secure, when I was putting it in my corner rounder, it was rounding this corner, but not this corner because they both, it's almost like it was curling up. So I just gently hold it like this and then punch it. That way it's nice and flat and doesn't curl. Okay, so let's do the bottom now. Now this one's a lot thicker because I didn't cut any of the top off, so I had more to cut on the bottom. So there's not very much that's actually on the table. So this one might move around a little bit. Okay. I think that worked out just fine. So you would just have to be the judge on which ones you will trim, just the top or just the bottom or a little bit of both. I just did it based on the pattern that I have. So for this one, because there's so many, like the rose goes all the way up to the top, so I didn't want to trim that off. And this here, you can't really tell that this pattern was chopped off, right? So with this one here, I just did the top. I didn't want to mess with the music notes. So whatever you fancy is what you'll do. I really don't like how that's so abrupt. I'm wondering if I am able to do any improvising here and make it a little look like less perfect. And it fell off. I mean, I could try and, guys, I haven't done this yet, but I could get some ink and like with a sponge kind of go around it. I've seen the YouTubers do that, and I'm not brave enough yet. Like I have some ink, but I do have a black ink. This is like a very dark brown. So maybe sometime when I'm experimenting. I also have this distressed vintage photo. I don't know. Do I dare try it? Do I? Is it dried out? Maybe I'm supposed to wet it? Yeah, you can see I'm a total newbie. Okay, it is there. Yeah, I got a little smudge there, but it's subtle enough that it looks, I think it kind of looks intentional. Maybe I'll just take it off there for a minute and just do the edges. I don't have a sponge or one of those tools with a sponge on it. One of these days I'll get one. That helps a little bit so it doesn't look so perfect. Okay, that will have to do. I don't think I need to do that on any of the others. No, I think I'm good. How does this one look? Yeah, these are better. I think that was this way. Not as noticeable. I mean, it's a little bit. Do I want to mess with that, or do I want to just leave it alone? Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so here are my 6 dividers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, it was this way. Oh my gosh, they are so pretty. No, it was this way. The writing is, no, the writing's upside down. Okay, it was this way. I love them. All right, now it is time. All right, so now it is time to choose my tabs. Stop that. Oh my gosh, these are stunning. Okay, so here we go. This one has some blue in it, so I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know if you can see that. It just has like a hint of blue in the background. So I think this would suit that one. Yeah, this is too blue. I like that one for there. This one almost would suit any of them, wouldn't it? The green one. See these two have quite a bit of green in them, and so does this one. So I was thinking it could go with one of these. Yeah, I think that looks nice, eh? What do you think? That one or this one? This is more the similar shade of green, I feel. And then this one here, I have these two. Which one suits more? Not completely sold on that. That looks nice. What about this one here? I really love this pink plaid. That could look cute. And then with this one, I have this pink one or this pink one. Or this has some purpley pinks. Ooh. No, not this one. Big decision here, you guys. I think I like this one the best. I just think because it's nice to have a pop of color in my tabs and not to have everything being pink. So I do like the little pops of green and the little pop of blue there. The question is, so I like this has newsprint on it, and then this one has newsprint on it too. That one might suit this one better. I think it does. Okay, it's been decided. So this has some green in it. So I feel like I need a light green. Question is, do I want a floral green or polka dots? Polka dots are cute. Everything else is floral. I think I should stick with the floral. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I think I've decided. Wow, that's the most decisive I feel like I've been when I'm doing this live. Instead of doing things on my own, then it takes me forever to decide. This is kind of cool too, that I could do like green on one side and pink on the other. That could be cute. Or I'll just keep it simple and use this one. So then the next step is to glue these on, and then I'm going to laminate them with these on. So, which, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're all beautiful florals. Which one is first? So let's do this one. And now, what kind of glue am I going to use? I'm out of my Tombow adhesive, so I have it in my cart on Amazon. I'm going to order those. I really do miss the Tombow adhesive. It works so well. And I mean, this double-sided tape is doing the job. And I have glue stick, like I have this glue stick. I just find depending on the paper and the thickness of your paper, the glue stick can make it curl. And I don't want any of my pages to curl. This double-sided tape, I'll just let you know, it seems to be repositionable because I've had to fuss around with it quite a bit during this process, and it's not tearing the paper at all. And look, it keeps coming up. So perhaps I will not do that and just use... This is all-purpose. Maybe I should use the extreme. I don't know if it really is more extreme than the others, but we will use it. See, it's double-sided tape under here, and like, look how easy that pops up. It does not rip the paper at all, and this paper is very thin. So that will be my first one. I love it. I'm so excited already. So now, let's do this one next. Okay, so now that I have the first one down, let's see how I'm going to stack these. So 1, 2, this would be my third. Just to make sure, I want them to be even if I can, as much as possible. So I need to see how much overlapping I need to do. Like, what I'm trying to do is have an even space between them. So this could come down a bit. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so here's how they look. My only concern is that they are different widths. So it's important to me that they line up when they are on the rings. So you can see how this one's a little bit shorter. And I don't like how this one's down so far. It's not perfect by any means, but luckily, like this, hopefully I can still cover that. Yeah, it's starting to dry now. Oh, darn. Okay. It's gonna have to stay put. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trimming. Did I need to use this one? Oh, I don't know what happened there. This is driving me crazy. This one here. Oh my goodness. I might have to take the tape off. Let's see. I think the glue stick will work just fine. Oh my goodness, did I put it on the wrong side? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, that's much better. I was worried that it would be crinkly, like that it would curl, but it is not. So let's hope it stays that way. All right. They have to be the same width. Okay, that's much better. That was a lot of fussing because I wasn't trimming them 100% the same lengthwise because I don't know, I guess I just didn't think that far ahead. But ideally I would like my tabs to be in line as much as possible. They're not perfect, but like that's the whole point of doing junk journaling, right? Is that it's not perfect. And vintage looking things, I don't know, I find the more perfect they are, they don't feel as vintagey, if that's a word. All right. I think my laminator is ready now. So I will get my laminating sheets out. And I just use the same brand. So I have a Scotch label maker, and that's what I use for my laminating sheets. Oh my gosh. Make sure you put your glue away before you start bringing your laminating sheets out. I will have to try and clean that. I realized too, I do want to punch these before I laminate them. So that they are easy to punch after they are laminated. You know what I just realized? When I laminate them, there's going to be a slight edge on the side, so the holes won't line up anyway. Okay, so I won't do that to the last one. I'll have to hand punch all of these. Ugh, wasn't thinking. All right, so the very first one, I always tuck it in as far as it will go to hold it in place. And then I leave enough of a gap between the two pages so that when I'm trimming around the tabs, I'm not cutting into the other sheet. Okay, so I'm going to go and laminate, and then I'll be back. Okay, the laminating is done. Here's how they look. Aren't they so pretty? I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is how they are before I cut them. And then there's the back. Amazing. Okay, so let's cut them. First, what I'm going to do is cut them. I'm just going to cut them all down the middle. That way I have a smaller piece to work with. And then I'll do the sides. Love how they look. So what I'm going to do, this one, because I didn't punch this one, I can go ahead and do that now. But if I try and punch these, because there's just a teeny tiny, you can see that, just a teeny tiny little bit of laminate on the edge of the paper, they won't line up. I've made that mistake before. And I almost made it again. So I'm gonna have to, but I am glad, because I'm using this, because I punched them ahead of time. It shouldn't be that hard to do this by hand. Okay, I'm finally done. Oh my, look how red my hand is. I have very poor grip strength, so doing it by hand is really hard for me. I usually get Ryan to do it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. And I did. So here we go. Here are my 6 tab dividers. And I mean, they're not perfect. Like this one is still a little bit low. Like they're one of these days I will get them where they will be even, but let's see how they look in my binder. Maybe they will look even. Okay, so I am still going to keep this beautiful James Agenda French script. I am just absolutely in love with that. And I absolutely love this floral dashboard. So I'm going to keep that. And then that's just something pretty there. Okay, so this is my first tabbed divider. So let's take that one out and put this one in. Okay, so it is quite a bit taller. Oh, that's not gonna do. I am gonna have to cut that. Bummer, because I really wanted the burnt paper look. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That's quite significant, isn't it? Yup, it is. But that just won't do. I could always print another one out and try and do it differently, but let's see if I can work with this. Oh, I can't go much lower because of my tab, unless I cut into it. Let's see how that looks. It is what it is, right? Bummer. Well, it's better, I suppose. I mean, this is shorter because it just was not tall enough. The way it printed, there was no way to make that bigger. So that is okay because it's right at the front. So let's just get these in and see how I feel. I was even thinking of, because these are printables, I can print them as many times as I want. So I was thinking I probably will print these on vellum because they're just so gorgeous. I absolutely love them. Oh, I forgot to put these back in. Oh, here's my second one. Whoa, what happened here? My first. Oh my goodness. I do this every time actually. It's my CEO section. I don't know how that got there. First section is personal. It's all about my health and wellness. So that is going, and here I go. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Okay, so side tabs look pretty good. I mean, these ones stick out a little bit, which that I don't like. So next time I do this, I will be a little bit more experienced. This very back one is quite low, but I mean, I can still see them. I can still find them. I do like how they're little. Now the top part here is a little bit of a mess. I think I already, oh no, I haven't trimmed this one yet. So I'm gonna have to trim this one for sure. As much as I was really trying to, oh look at that, that's pretty significant. But I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that I can't have my burnt edges. And you know what I find now that it's laminated, it doesn't look too bad, eh? I mean, that's okay. Okay, let's see how the other ones are. This one's a tiny bit too tall, so I'll have to trim that one as well. Sorry about the glare from my light. It's evening time, and even though it is still light out, It's getting dark in here. And the cool thing about vellum is that it doesn't split. So when you trim it, it doesn't split. So that is totally fine. Okay, so then we're good there. And this is too tall for sure. I made these, you guys probably, hopefully saw that video. These are sterling ink vellums. Oh, it's not too tall, it's too, oh wait, where are my holes? Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, it is too tall. I didn't notice that some of my sterling ink top tab dividers that I made were too tall until I was like actively using my binder. And I keep meaning to trim these and I keep forgetting. So there we go. That way it's the tab. Because what was happening, I was like, I would go for the tab, but because it was so tall, I was getting the wrong things. And this one seems to be okay. Yeah. Okay, one of these days, everything will be 100% in alignment. Actually, I'm very happy with that. Nothing is really standing out. I want the tabs to stand out because that's the whole point of making these, is to get to certain sections. Okay, good. What do you guys think? Do you like the tab dividers? I might have to take this out because it's just so pretty, but it's tall. Too tall, and I'm a little bit picky that way where I want everything to match. That's still a little tall, but I mean, nothing I can really do about it because the tab is there. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first section. Yeah, I love it. Like you can slightly see what's under it, and that's why I chose the thicker vellum, so that you couldn't 100% see everything. It's still covered, like if I'm out at a meeting or with clients, they can't see what's underneath, and that was the whole goal. This is my CEO tab. So pretty. This is my schedule tab. And then this is my notes tab. And projects. Let me know if you guys like them. I'll link the shops, the Etsy shops below, if in case you would like to print these out and do your own project with them. I do feel that this is quite a bit, yeah, this is quite a bit less bulky. Just to give you some context, here are the tab dividers that I removed. And that is, that's quite a lot. I feel like that's quite thick. Not to say that I won't use these again because they're so pretty, and I already miss my big chunky tabs. I just absolutely love them. But this was my first time making tab dividers with big chunky tabs. So yeah, I definitely have learned what not to do next time. I'm gonna save, this video has been really long. I'm gonna save these things for another video, making a new folder for my sticky notes and things like that. So with these Magnolia papers, I'll save that for another video. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope that I was enjoyable for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. I would be happy to answer those for you. And yeah, we'll see you in my next video. Thank you again for watching. Bye.